Now that we've become more friendly with what stresses us out or what feels like stress in a moment, we're going to open ourselves up to new possibilities. And so I'm going to invite you to actually take your fingertips and start to pull on your ears. Just and just inch your way down your earlobes, and then go back up to the tops and inch your way down again. Make whatever sound works for you, or no sound at all. And now take your fingertips and you're going to meet them back to back in the center of your scalp along your hairline, and you're going to act as if you're pulling the two sides of your head apart. The cranial bones actually do get jammed up. So if it's tender on the top of your scalp, do it softer, but still use pressure to pull the two sides of your cranial bones away from each other. Open yourself up. Open yourself up. Open yourself up. And actually, now inch your way all the way down the back of your head until you get to that V. So now we're creating space. We're creating space. We're letting go of all this that feels like too much. Everything that starts to feel like too much. So now we're going to start up. We can see where our collarbones come together and there's a soft spot underneath. We're going to rub that soft spot on both sides, and then we're going to inch our way down. We're going to skip over the bones and then go to the next soft spot. We're going to go on both sides of our sternum. This starts to make space in our lymphatic system. Each of these spaces is actually connected with different muscle groups, different organ systems, different meridians. It's all interconnected. So as we move energy in our lymph system, we're moving energy throughout all kinds of different systems in our body. And so we're going to do this all the way until we get to the bottom of our rib cage. Once we get to the underneath of our rib cage, we're going to come to the back, not on the vertebrae, but to each side of the vertebrae in the spaces, and continue to inch down until you get to your sacrum, that little shelf right before your tailbone. And so this may be different from anything you've ever experienced before, but just go with it. The more you do it, the easier it will be, and the more comfortable it will feel. It will feel more familiar and more available to you. So you just go in the spaces all the way down till you get to right before. We don't really want to press too hard into the small intestine area there because it's a little fragile. So then we just pick it up. So now we go back up to that initial point where the collarbones come together. There's that little soft spot. Now we're going to tap that. This starts the real transition into boosting our immune system, into making ourselves available for what's next. Now that I'm feeling less stressful, what do I want to make myself available for? And I don't even need to know, because the process of doing that. Now, right in the center of your sternum, tap there. Now tap, you're going to come down to, this is your rib cage. Just above the bottom of your rib cage, you're going to find that along your breast line, one rib down, there's an extra big space between your ribs. And we're going to either rub there or tap there, depending on how tender it is. If it's really tender, then just rub it a little bit. We just want to move the energy there. Make it available for what needs it. It's not needed here. It wouldn't hurt if it was needed here. But this energy is needed somewhere else. So we're just going to move it along. Okay, 2 more. We're going to tap the outsides of our hands together. And then right in alignment with your pupils on your cheekbones, you're going to tap here. Wonderful. Shake it off. We're going to place one middle finger in our belly button and then the other middle finger right in our third eye, or the space between your 2 eyes. And here we're just going to focus on easy breathing. You may find that you yawn like that. Yawning is an excellent indicator of an energetic shift. You know, we've been tormented most of our lives by our teachers and people who like to take offense at yawning, but really yawning is just an indication from a body that's in stress that it's shifting out of stress. And so it doesn't mean it's shifting out of stress into tiredness. It's shifting out of stress into availability, a relaxed availability. So you can hold this as long as you like. And then we're just going to make those figure eights again. And you'll find that I'm just lifting my toes, just rolling my feet up onto my toes and making the figure eight this way. If I felt like it, I could be making, if you're feeling really exuberant and energetic, or you want to fake it till you make it, that is also right on. You can make big figure eights. Again, this is perfectly fine. Just shifting or sitting and making connection. Just watch with your eyes so that your brain gets the full benefit of this cross motion. Just hook up one more time. The yawn tells us that we're connected. So we're complete.